Evidently, I'm a traitor. GameMasters here, and recently I posted a video covering the Dungeons & Dragons book Keys from the Golden Vault. I was fairly vocal in my displeasure of what Wizards of the Coast has done in regards to the OGL and their apparent disconnect to the players in that video. But first and foremost, I did the video as unsupportive to the corporate entity as I could. But I do admit that part of my goal was to support the people behind the scenes that helped to put the book into publication, as I fully understand that they still have families to take care of and mouths to feed. And today, I get a comment that I am evidently a traitor, and that commenter unsubscribed. I'm not in the least bit upset that they unsubscribe. My videos aren't for everyone. I'm making these videos to present information. Sometimes I get excited about the content that I'm covering, and that's called passion. But to be called a traitor for covering what the book was and to provide support to a group of people, well, I gotta be honest, that's just silly. Listen, I was vocal in my displeasure about what Wizards of the Coast tried to pull with OGL 1.1, 2.0, and their walk back to 1.2. A lot of folks were vocal in that displeasure. I even sold off my Hasbro stocks, dropped my paid subscription to D&D Beyond, and have gone out of my way to promote third-party content creators more heavily on my channel. And then Wizards gave us 1.0A back, but moreover, they put it in Creative Commons along with the SRD 5.1. That wasn't a license, pun intended, to forgive them for the blatant lies that they tried to spoon feed us and the distrust that created. And what it certainly was a step in the right direction. The entire experience reminded us that we should never trust a corporate entity. They are not our friends. They are not here for the fans of the game. They are here to root through our pockets and take every penny they can find. We shouldn't trust them, not ever. But when Wizards of the Coast produces a book and sends me a review copy, I'm going to tell you right here and now, I'm going to cover it. You guys deserve to know if the material is good or if it's crap. In some instances, I've been quite blatant about it. Dragonlance, for one example. I can't exactly recommend it because it was a setting about a major war, but didn't contain any mass combat rules. Spelljammer was another example that I was very vocal in not supporting. It was a space combat-based setting that didn't include any space combat rules. With Keys from the Golden Vault, I'm presenting the information out there and I'm completely indifferent to its content. But in this specific instance, it's not up to me to decide if you should get it or not. I'm just presenting the material because I know that there are a lot of fans that play D&D that are still on the fence about whether or not they should get this book. And that doesn't mean that I'm forgiving Wizards for any of their shit. It doesn't mean that I'm a traitor. It doesn't mean that I'm jumping into bed with them and going whole hog into support mode. I'm going to support the people that made the book, but I'm also going to present the material in a fair manner so that ultimately you can decide if it's a product that you want to or not. And I'll be the first to admit this. If I'm not producing content that you like, then you should unsubscribe. If you want to watch someone who's had almost 40 years experience playing role-playing games to give you an honest view on the products that are out there, then this is a channel for you to stay subscribed to. And I'll say this again, Hasbro and Wizards, they are not your friends. They are a corporate entity and they want money. They want your money. That's called business. The quickest way to make a buck is to produce the cheapest product and sell it for the highest amount and get away with it. I'm going to call them on their bullshit product and I'm going to give them praise when the product is worthy of praise. If that makes me a traitor, then I guess I'm going to wear this badge. Until next our paths cross,